Whiskey 6 radio here. I had a good day with the G90. It surprised me a little bit. It scored some more points. And it is, uh, if you're unaware, Field Day 2023, Winter Field Day. And I went out to a local park of mine to do a POTA activation, not knowing that it was Field Day. Well, having forgotten that it was Field Day. So it was kind of cool because I was able to activate the park with just like contacting, field day people, basically. I didn't call CQ at all. Honestly, I couldn't find a spot to call CQ. And the reason I wanted to go do a POTA activation today is because I recently put a new antenna mount on my truck. I'll attach a picture to the video here. It's basically like a CB mount, a CB antenna mount that goes on the fender lip of the, the front of the truck there. And I just, I have a bunch of ham sticks that are the same thread pitch as the, CB antennas. And, that's a moot point anyways, since I have the quick disconnects for the Shark ham sticks. But I was able to just pop those ham sticks right on the CB mount and, had the G90 running with the cigarette lighter adapter just plugged into my truck. I just parked there for an hour or so. And just made a bunch of contacts for field day and was able to activate the park just through field day contacts. I didn't even call CQ. There wasn't a place on the band to call CQ anyways. It was packed. Nonetheless, though, I wanted to come home and participate a little bit more in field day. Figured I'd set up in my construction site of a backyard and got like crap everywhere and lumber, and we're getting the backyard going here. Landscaping wise, it's kind of a blank slate. It's cool. But so I threw up my Jactite pole there. That's just shy of 30 feet. I had to leave one section out in order to get it in that tripod mount there. That tripod I got for free, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know if you can see, I've got my end fed. It's a little cheapo end fed I keep in my truck just as a backup antenna. It's going down here. I just tied it to a piece of rebar, and I got my I don't know if you can see the red clamp right there. I've got my counterpoises attached to just an alligator clip, right? So I can use those in my truck as well and just clamp that clip straight to the lip mount of the the antenna mount that I use for the ham sticks, which I think is a cool setup. I didn't use that today, actually. I totally forgot to bring it, but I am using that right now on this little end-fed antenna situation that I got right here. It's 100 watt max, so it's a great match for the G90. And the G90 did great. I have to say, it scored some points with me today. Since it was field day, there was, like I said, basically no room to even call CQ on. Everybody, it was packed. Probably because it was so quiet on my end out in the sticks. I could hear everything, and the band was completely jam-packed. Even 10 meters, every band. 10 meters is a big band, right? There was barely any room to call CQ for Parks on the Air, but like I said, I was able to activate without calling CQ anyways. But the thing that was so cool about it was the, not the waterfall necessarily, but the spectrum display was super helpful. Because I generally, when I'm mobile like that, I'm not using the display at all like that. Like, I'm not hunting anything. I'm using it for POTA activations, right? So you're just essentially calling CQ. I'm not looking at the display for any reason whatsoever. So today was different because I went to do a POTA activation but ended up hunting the whole time, essentially. So the spectrum display was very, very helpful in that. And I don't know, the radio is on. I know there's like a lot of glare going on here, but so that actually scored a lot of points with me today. Now, it being, what's it called? Only 20 watt radio, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get out and, make a lot of contacts. And there was plenty of times when it seemed like the 20 watts was not enough, even though I had a real solid copy on the other station. Sometimes it was because pile up. Sometimes, even though there was no pile up, I couldn't manage to get through. And I don't know if that's a combination of 20 watts plus the ham sticks. People say the ham sticks are, not that great, whatever. Sorry about that. My phone just stopped recording because hot, it said. Apparently the umbrella is not helping the sun getting blocked from my phone. Whatever. Anyways, so The G90 scored some points with me today because of that Spectrum display. Not tons of power, I wasn't busting any pileups or anything like that, but I was able to get out. This is my second activation with the G90. My first one I did not document. I totally forgot to make any videos whatsoever. But it was kind of a cool activation in that it was the first activation of, I can't remember the park number, but it's Modoc Wildlife Refuge. You can check that out. But it was the very first activation of that park. Nobody had ever activated it before, so I took the G90 and did that one. And even with the 20 watts, I made contacts across, on the East Coast, basically, coast to coast with 20 watts in a ham stick. That was on the mag mount. That was before I did my fender lip mount on the truck. I took a different vehicle anyways, but nonetheless, G90, I got to give it a thumbs up on this one today. Field day 2023. It's putting in work, honestly. And G90 scoring points in this POTA competition. Now, if you're not up to speed on what's going on with the competition, G90 versus Kenwood TS 480 HX and TS 480 SAT. SAT, that's the one with the tuner. The HX is the one that's 200 watts. I've never done an activation with an HX, so I've done 3 now with the TS 480 SAT with the tuner. I've done 2 now with the G90. I may do 1 more with the G90, just so there's 3 and 3, and then do 3 with the HX and report back. So I don't know how it's all going to unfold, but man, G90 scoring points today. That performance today was solid. So thumbs up G90. I'm going to sit here and see. Oh, my umbrella's blowing around in the wind. That's what's going on. Okay. Nonetheless, I'm going to drink some whiskey. This is Whiskey 6. I activated Whiskeytown Lake earlier today. That's in Northern California. Check it out. Whiskey 6 was in Whiskeytown earlier today, and I think just for the trifecta, now the trifecta is complete. Whiskey 6 radio, Whiskeytown Lake earlier today. Now we're going to finish it off with some backyard whiskey. Doing some backyard field day. So, all right, guys. This is Whiskey 6. Hope you had a great field day 2023. If you didn't, maybe next time around.